Shabbat Shalom. Not too long ago, 4 humans, Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, splashed down into the Pacific Ocean. After re-entering the Earth's atmosphere at approximately 25,000 miles per hour, they slowed to a gentle 20 miles per hour at the moment of their arrival. Their 10-day mission was a journey no human had taken in over 50 years. At more than 250,000 miles from Earth, these astronauts did more than take magnificent photos of the moon. They did more than set the record for the farthest distance ever traveled from Earth. They found a new way to see home. When they got out of that capsule, they didn't talk first about the moon's craters or the darkness of space. They talked about Earth. I could see Earth as one thing, reflected Victor Glover, just one. We think we are so different from one another, but from the far side of the moon, you realize we are all together on a spaceship called Earth that was created to give us a place to live in all this emptiness. They saw that our atmosphere, the only thing keeping us alive, is as thin as the skin on an onion. From up there, they felt what we as Jews might identify as Abraham Joshua Heschel's concept of radical amazement, a sense of awe and wonder, a deep appreciation for being alive. The astronauts realized that everyone on Earth, as Christina Cook put it, is part of the same crew. There's a term for this awe of spaceflight, the overview effect. It describes the profound mental shift that many astronauts report having after experience. It is the profound mental shift that many astronauts report having experienced after seeing Earth from a distance. Writer Frank Wright, who coined the term in 1987, said that not only astronauts might feel this effect, people on Earth could too. So I want everyone to take a look at your thumb. Hold it out at arm's length. Look at that nail. The astronauts said that from where they were, they could cover the entire Earth. Every person, every school, every country, with just their thumb. Now look at the person sitting next to you. Really look at them. You can put your thumbs down. From the moon, that person is a tiny speck. A speck so small, it is not even able to be distinguished from other specks. But up close, that person next to you is an entire world. In this week's Torah portion, Kedoshim, God gives us the holiness code. We heard some of the highlights from Kaner Saned Asor. We could also call it a manual for the crew of the spaceship Earth. Christina Koch defined a crew as a group that is in it at all the time, no matter what. A crew is a group that is stroking together every minute with the same purpose. It carries a willingness to sacrifice silently for each other. It gives grace. It holds accountable. The holiness code in Torah tells us that a crew should leave the fallen fruits of our vineyards for the poor and the stranger, that we should not deal deceitfully or falsely with one another, that we should not insult the deaf or place a stumbling block before the blind. A crew, in Koch's definition, has the same cares and the same needs, and a crew is inescapably, beautifully, dutifully linked. There is one thing I know, said Koch after returning from space. Planet Earth, you are a crew. The Artemis II astronauts saw that Earth is fragile. It is tiny. And sometimes down here on the ground, things feel fragile. Sometimes the world feels rattled, like people have forgotten that we as humanity are all on the same team. It's hard these days to feel like every single person on planet Earth is on the same team. But the Torah says, you shall be holy. Holy isn't a magic power. Holiness is how we protect this fragile oasis of the earth. The Torah tells us that when we leave those corners of our fields for the poor, when we speak truthfully to one another, when we love our neighbors as ourselves, we are building a shield around our community that is even stronger than that slim atmosphere that astronauts can see from space. These 4 humans went all the way to the moon to realize that every single person is sacred. We don't have to leave the ground to know that. We just have to look at each other through the eyes of Kedoshim. The Artemis crew is back on Earth, and they are walking on the same ground as us. But they brought back a secret. Everything that we need to be holy is already here. When the world feels shaky, we look up to stars for perspective, but we look to our Torah and to each other for strength. We are the guardians of this fragile oasis. Let's make it holy by how we treat our fellow travelers. Shabbat Shalom.